2. Intimate secrets every woman loves. Imagine this for a second. You're with someone you truly desire. The lights are low, the energy is electric. And yet, something feels off. You're trying to impress her, trying to make her feel like the most special woman in the world. But in the back of your mind, there's this nagging question. Am I doing it right? That thought alone can instantly deflate the entire moment. It's like trying to enjoy a 5-star meal while constantly worrying if you're using the right fork. And let me tell you something important. If you're even asking that question, you're already light years ahead of the majority of men out there. Why? Because most men never take a moment to truly consider what women actually want in those intimate moments. They often assume it's all about a fancy acrobatic move, a shocking new position they saw online, or how long they can physically last. But here's the unvarnished truth. A truth most men will unfortunately never hear. What women truly crave goes far beyond the purely physical act. You see, women don't just want sex. They want something deeper, something more profound. They want connection, a profound emotional and spiritual bond that transcends the physical. They want to feel completely safe and secure in your arms, knowing they can utterly surrender to the moment. They want to feel like they can let go of every single worry, every stressor, everything else in the world, because with you, they are fully accepted, truly seen, and deeply cherished, flaws and all. That, my friends, is the absolute first thing you need to grasp, internalize, and truly understand before you even begin to think about specific positions or techniques. Think of it like building a magnificent house. You wouldn't start by painting the walls before laying a solid foundation, would you? Similarly, if she doesn't feel safe with you, emotionally, mentally, and physically, you could pull off every single move in every single playbook, every trick in the book, and she would still feel an undeniable emptiness afterward. Why? Because it's not the intricate position or the fancy technique that makes her truly melt, that makes her heart soar. It's the man behind the position, the intention, the connection, the care, the trust. Let me make this even clearer, because this is a crucial insight. A woman's body responds directly and powerfully to how her mind feels. It's an intricate dance between the two. If her mind is distracted by worries about work, stressed about daily life, or questioning whether you actually care about her pleasure truly and deeply, she will never, ever truly enjoy that moment with you. It will feel transactional, not transformational. But when her mind feels utterly secure, when she feels deeply seen, truly heard, when she senses that this man is not rushing, not treating her like a mere object, but is actually genuinely present with her, that, my friends, is when the real magic, the true alchemy, begins. So, before I even whisper the names of these two positions that women absolutely adore, you need to understand and build the unshakable foundation that makes them work. And that foundation, in its essence, is built upon 3 pillars: trust, safety, and open, honest communication. Without these 3 fundamental elements, the positions themselves are just empty mechanics, a series of physical motions. They won't give you the profound, soul-stirring result you're hoping for. They'll be like a beautiful, intricately designed car without any fuel in the tank. It looks impressive, but it's going nowhere. Start with the seemingly little things, because in intimacy, the little things are actually the big things. Are you truly paying attention to her throughout the day, not just when you want something? Do you genuinely listen when she speaks, not just waiting for your turn to talk? Do you notice when something truly makes her smile, her eyes lighting up with joy, or conversely, when something makes her visibly uncomfortable, causing her to withdraw slightly. These things might seem small, almost negligible, but they matter immensely. Why? Because intimacy, true intimacy, is not just an isolated act that happens when the clothes come off. It is a natural, flowing extension of how you treat her, how you respect her, how you honor her when your clothes are on, when you're simply living life together. If you consistently ignore her when she's talking about her day, if you never check in with her feelings, if your entire vibe, your very presence, screams, me, 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 then do not for a second expect the bedroom to feel any different. It will simply amplify the disconnect that already exists. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking at this point. But Stoic love, isn't sex supposed to be about excitement, raw passion, and spontaneous desire? And my answer is an unequivocal yes, it absolutely is. But passion without understanding, without a deep, empathetic connection, is like that car without fuel. It might look incredibly good on the outside, it might make a lot of noise, but ultimately, it's not going anywhere meaningful. You need to fuel that passion, that raw desire, with a profound emotional connection. That's the true, high-octane fuel. Here's a profound reality that most men completely miss, a secret whispered by centuries of wise lovers. Women are aroused by far more than just physical touch. They are aroused by your presence, your intention, your respect, the genuine way you speak to her, the way you truly look at her, with adoration and deep desire in your eyes, the subtle, caressing tone of your voice. All of this, every single nuanced detail, meticulously builds the entire experience long before you even get physical. Consider this. If you can consistently make her feel like she is the only woman in the entire room, if you can make her feel deeply desired without making her feel pressured or obligated, then by the time you actually touch her, she is already profoundly halfway there. Her body and mind are already open, receptive, and eager. And let me be clear, this isn't about being fake, manipulative, or playing games. Far from it. This is about being intentional, genuinely caring enough to slow down, to ensure she is absolutely comfortable, to ensure she feels truly chosen, not just available. Think about this deeply. When was the last time you genuinely asked her what she actually likes? What truly makes her feel good? What sends shivers down her spine? When was the last time you softly whispered, "Tell me, darling, what feels good for you right now?" So many men avoid this crucial conversation because they mistakenly think it makes them look inexperienced, unskilled, or unsure. No, my friend, absolutely not. It makes you look mature. It makes you look like a man who possesses true confidence. A man who knows that her pleasure, her exquisite experience, matters just as much as his own. That, in its purest form, is authentic confidence. That is what makes her trust you, not just with her body, but with her deepest self. And trust me on this. When a woman truly trusts you in that incredibly vulnerable and intimate space, she will give herself completely and unreservedly to the moment, in a way you have never, ever experienced before. She won't be holding anything back. She won't be worried, distracted, or hesitant. She'll be fully present, fully immersed, fully with you. And that, my friends, is when those positions I'm about to share with you actually become profoundly powerful, transformative experiences. So let's be brutally real for a moment. If you skip this fundamental step, if you race straight to technique, to the physical mechanics, without genuinely understanding her mind, without genuinely connecting with her heart, you will never, ever get the results the deep connection, the profound intimacy you are truly chasing. Because sex, at its most elevated form, isn't about conquering. It's about sacred connection. And when you focus intently on connection first, on building that unshakable foundation, the rest, the passion, the pleasure, the unforgettable moments, becomes beautifully effortless, a natural unfolding. That is precisely why I am sharing this wisdom with you before we even utter a word about specific positions. Understand her, make her feel unequivocally safe. Make her feel like you're not just there for a quick release, a momentary physical satisfaction. You are there, fully present, to give her an experience so profound, so cherished, that she will never forget it. Because when a woman feels emotionally safe, when she feels truly seen, truly heard, when she feels like this moment, this sacred time, is genuinely about both of you, a shared journey. That, my friend, is when her body responds in ways that will surprise, delight, and utterly amaze even you. So if you take nothing else, absolutely nothing else, from this entire first section, please take this immutable truth. Sex starts in the mind. Before your hands ever touch her skin, before you even begin to think about which position to try next, connect with her on a much, much deeper level. Look into her eyes, those beautiful windows to her soul. Breathe with her, in unison, a shared rhythm. Make her feel your presence, your full, undivided attention. Fully there. Not mentally scrolling through some sterile checklist of moves you might have vaguely remembered from a video, but actually, genuinely present with her. Because that level of presence, that deep, focused attention, is incredibly rare in our distracted world. And when you give it, freely and genuinely, she will remember you. Not primarily because of the specific position you chose, but because of how profoundly you made her feel. And now, once you've truly mastered this profound foundation, once you've truly made her feel safe, seen, and utterly cherished, that's when the two positions I'm about to share can transform into something truly unforgettable, something transcendent. Now, let's dive into the first position, one that women absolutely adore, often secretly. Close your eyes for a second and truly imagine this scene. She's lying there, looking up at you, her eyes shimmering with anticipation, her entire being waiting. You can practically feel her energy, her profound anticipation, her deep-seated trust radiating towards you. And in that incredibly potent moment, you, my friend, have a crucial choice. You can either rush in, like most men unfortunately do, fast, almost mechanical, desperately trying to prove some imagined point, or you can consciously choose to slow down, to deliberately take control of the moment's delicate rhythm, and gently, masterfully, turn it into something utterly unforgettable, a memory etched in her soul. Because here's the unvarnished truth about true intimacy. It isn't about performing 1,000 different, complex positions. It's about performing the right ones, with profound intention, with exquisite care. And the first position I'm about to unveil is one that women secretly adore, cherish, and crave. Not because it's flashy, or acrobatic, or wildly unconventional, but precisely because it is so deeply, profoundly intimate. It's elegantly simple. It's a classic, timeless. But when you execute it right, with all the care and intention I'm about to describe, it is unbelievably powerful. I'm talking about the position that most people, sadly, completely underestimate. When she's on top. Now please don't roll your eyes or dismiss this as basic or too simple. No, my friend, it is anything but basic. When she's on top, something truly incredible, almost magical, begins to unfold. She is, for that precious time, in complete control of her body, her movement, her rhythm, her pace. And for the vast majority of women, that profound sense of control feels inherently safe. It feels incredibly empowering. It liberates her to explore what truly feels good for her, without the underlying worry that you're rushing or pushing or trying to dictate the pace. This sense of agency, of self-possession, is why so many women deeply love this position. But, and this is a big but, most men unfortunately ruin it. How? By simply lying there like an inert statue, completely passive, perhaps thinking their job is over, or worse, that she's doing all the work. Let me tell you, with absolute certainty, that is the single worst thing you can possibly do. Because while this position absolutely gives her control, it most emphatically does not mean your presence, your energy, your engagement magically disappears. In fact, your role, your active participation, becomes even more critically important, even more nuanced. You are the steadfast foundation, the solid anchor, the wellspring of energy and passion that she feeds off of. When you truly grasp this, you'll realize this position is anything but passive for you. It's an extraordinary opportunity, a canvas upon which you can utterly blow her mind, not just physically, but emotionally. First, let's recalibrate your mindset. If she's on top, do not, under any circumstances, think, "Good, less work for me." That dismissive attitude is a mood killer, an intimacy assassin. Instead, shift your internal dialogue to, how can I make this experience profoundly unforgettable for her? How can I amplify her pleasure, her sense of empowerment? That fundamental shift in mindset alone changes everything. The way you instinctively touch her, the way you look at her with reverence, the way you respond to her every delicate movement. Because now, you are not just physically present. You are deeply invested, emotionally and spiritually attuned. Your hands, my friend, they matter immensely. Do not let them lie uselessly by your side, limp and lifeless. Place them where they count, where they can communicate your desire and support. Hold her hips gently, tenderly, not to control her, but to subtly guide her, to provide a rhythmic anchor when she needs it, or to simply let her feel your supportive touch. Slide your hands gracefully up her waist, tracing the curves of her body up to her back. Let her feel your inherent strength, your protective presence, but without any undue pressure. Touch is a powerful, unspoken language. It eloquently says, "I'm here. I feel you. I want you to feel absolutely amazing, cherished, adored." Your eyes, too, are powerful communicators. Do not close them the entire time, as if you're mentally checking out or lost in some other world. Look at her, truly look at her, with unadulterated desire and affection. Hold her gaze when she naturally looks down at you, her eyes seeking yours. Smile if it feels genuine, if it wells up from your heart. That eye contact, that silent communion, that's intimacy on a whole different plane. It wordlessly tells her, "This isn't just physical for me. I am profoundly connected to you right now, soul to soul." And trust me, that deep, shared gaze, that unspoken understanding, that makes her melt, truly melt. Then there's your voice. Oh, the power of your voice. Many men profoundly underestimate the incredible power of saying the right things, in the right tone, at the right moment. Whisper to her, softly, intimately. Tell her how incredibly good she feels, how exquisite her body is. Tell her she looks absolutely incredible, stunning, breathtaking, not in a rehearsed, fake or generic way. but with genuine, heartfelt desire and admiration that emanates from your core. Your words, spoken with sincerity, fuel her confidence, ignite her self-assurance. And when a woman feels utterly confident, empowered, and desired, she lets go completely, surrenders fully to the moment. That's when the true magic, the unbridled passion, truly happens. Now, let's get a bit more practical without losing the emotional core. The biggest mistake men make in this position is being either completely rigid, stiff and unmoving, or completely limp and passive. Don't do either. Be engaged. Be subtly responsive. Use your hips, gently, subtly, to match her rhythm, to amplify what she's already doing, to add to the symphony of movement. If she's grinding slowly, sensually, don't suddenly thrust wildly like you're in a race. It utterly ruins the delicate flow, the shared energy. Sync with her. Follow her lead, but enhance it, deepen it, with small, controlled, responsive movements. It's like a beautiful, intimate dance. When both partners move in perfect, harmonious rhythm, it creates an unforgettable experience. Another crucial tip: angles matter immensely. If you're just lying flat on your back, completely horizontal, you're missing out on a world of potential stimulation and connection for both of you. Try elevating your upper body slightly. Prop yourself up on your elbows, or use a firm pillow. This not only subtly changes the angle for potentially better stimulation for her and for you, but also allows you to see her fully, to admire her, which in turn creates an even deeper connection. And trust me, that visual connection, that adoration in your eyes, it's not just for you. It makes her feel profoundly desired, incredibly beautiful, when she knows you're watching her with that hunger, that appreciation in your eyes. Breathing. Yes, even your breathing matters. Deeply. If you're holding your breath, shallow and rapid, as if you're running a marathon or about to pass out, you're inadvertently killing the mood, creating tension. Instead, breathe with her. Slow, deep, rhythmic breaths. When she speeds up her movements, let your breathing subtly show that you feel it too, that you're matching her intensity. It's a silent, powerful language, a shared rhythm that keeps both of you intimately in sync, deepening the connection. Now, let me share something most men never truly realize about this position. This position is not, I repeat, not about letting her do all the work while you just passively enjoy the ride. It is, fundamentally, about creating an environment, an atmosphere, where she feels so confident, so free, so cherished, that she can truly explore what feels incredibly good, utterly amazing for her. If you, through your passivity or lack of engagement, make her feel judged or rushed or unsupported, she will inevitably hold back. Her guard will go up and the magic will dissipate. But if you make her feel like an absolute goddess, like every single move she makes is driving you wild with desire, sending shivers down your spine, she will give you everything, all of herself, unreservedly. And when she does, when she fully surrenders to that feeling, that's when this position transcends from merely good to truly, profoundly unforgettable. And speaking of unforgettable, if you're finding this content valuable, please consider subscribing to Stoic Love. We're dedicated to helping you build deeper connections and more fulfilling relationships. But here's the secret within the secret, the nuance that elevates everything. What happens after the peak matters just as much, if not more, than what happens during the crescendo. If you finish and simply roll over, grab your phone, or act like it was just another Tuesday, a task completed, you have just, in one swift motion, erased half of the incredible magic, the profound intimacy you just meticulously created. Stay there. Hold her close. Breathe her in. Let her feel that you are still profoundly connected, still deeply present, even when the movement stops, when the fire gently fades to embers. That sustained physical and emotional closeness, that unwavering presence, is what makes her feel safe, cherished, and deeply desired enough to come back to you again and again, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. So, the next time you find yourself in this beautiful, powerful position, don't just go through the motions like a robot. Be present. Be intentional. Use your hands, your eyes, your voice, your subtle rhythm, your profound energy. Make her feel deeply and truly that this moment, this sacred dance, was made just for her, designed around her pleasure, her comfort, her ultimate satisfaction. Because when you do that, you are not just giving her pleasure, you are giving her an experience, a memory, a feeling that most men will, sadly, never be capable of giving her. And once you've truly mastered this first position, once you've witnessed firsthand how incredibly powerful it can be when you execute it with intention and care, just wait until you learn about the second one. It's going to completely change your entire game, transform your understanding of intimacy. Picture this for a moment. You've just shared an incredible, passionate round with her, and she's lying there, a soft, contented smile gracing her lips. But something deep inside you instinctively knows you can take it even further. You can make this moment even more intimately profound, even more utterly unforgettable, not just for her body, but for her very heart and soul. That, my friend, is precisely where the second position comes into play. And I urge you to listen carefully, because this one truly is a game changer, not just for her physical pleasure, but for her heart and her mind as well. So many men, sadly, profoundly underestimate the sheer power of comfort, of unwavering closeness, of the seemingly small, delicate details that collectively make a woman feel like she's not just having sex, but genuinely making love. This position, when done right, artfully brings all of that together, weaving a tapestry of intimacy. It's called spooning. Now I can already hear some of you thinking, spooning? That's boring. That's for lazy nights, or when you're too tired for anything else. But that, my friend, is only because you have never, ever, truly done it right, with the intention, the care, and the deep presence it deserves. When you execute it correctly, with full awareness and a loving heart, spooning transforms into one of the most sensual, most deeply intimate, and most profoundly connecting positions you can possibly offer her. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to make it an incredibly, mind-blowingly passionate experience. First, let me explain why this position is so universally loved and cherished by women. For most women, this position feels inherently, wonderfully safe. She isn't exposed, vulnerable, or on display. She is gently held, completely enveloped. She feels your strong, protective arms wrapped around her, your solid chest gently pressed against her back, your warm breath softly caressing her neck. It feels intimate in a way that is incredibly difficult, almost impossible to replicate in any other position. It's a cocoon of closeness. And that profound intimacy, that deep sense of being held and cherished, that is what allows her body and mind to relax completely, to utterly surrender to the moment. When her body truly relaxes, completely, utterly, everything, every touch, every sensation, every movement, feels exponentially better for both of you. The pleasure deepens, the connection intensifies, But here's the crucial mistake most men tragically make. They mistakenly think spooning is just for those lazy Sunday mornings, or for quick, half-hearted sessions, when enthusiasm is low. They treat it with a lack of respect, turning it into something almost half-hearted, a thoughtless act, like, "Let's just do this because it's easy." No, my friend. That dismissive attitude, that lack of intention, utterly kills the magic, snuffs out the spark. When you approach spooning with full presence, with deep intention, with a loving heart, it instantly transforms into one of the most passionately intimate, soul-stirring experiences you will ever share. So let's meticulously break it down, step by exquisite step. Start with the setup. Don't just flop behind her like a dead weight, a sack of potatoes. That's a definite mood killer. Instead, ease into it with grace and care. Gently, purposefully, pull her close against your body. Let her feel your inherent warmth, your protective strength. Wrap your arm around her waist, gently cradling her, or subtly slide it underneath her neck so she feels utterly cradled, completely supported. The ultimate goal here is to make her feel profoundly held, deeply protected, as if nothing else in the entire vast world exists in that sacred moment, except you and her, together, completely intertwined. Now, your other hand. That, my friend, is your secret weapon, your silent messenger of desire. Do not let it hang awkwardly by your side, useless, or just passively rest on her hip without purpose. Instead, let it explore her exquisite body gently, reverently. Trace your fingers slowly along her thigh, softly caress her stomach, follow the delicate curve of her waist, her hip. Do it slowly, with exquisite care, as if you have all the time in the world, as if each touch is a precious discovery. That slow, deliberate, lingering touch wordlessly tells her, this isn't just about finishing quickly. This is about savoring you, worshipping you, cherishing every inch of your being. And let's talk about your mouth. So many men tragically ignore this powerful tool during spooning because they mistakenly think they can't do much from behind. Wrong. You can do so much more powerfully than you even imagine. Start by softly kissing her shoulder, gently, tenderly. Then gradually move your lips to her neck, where her pulse beats softly. Take your time. Do not rush those kisses. Let them linger, soft and warm. Let her feel your warm breath gently caressing her skin, sending delicious shivers down her spine. Whisper something in her ear, something real, something from your heart, something that genuinely makes her feel like the most desired, most cherished woman alive. Say, "You feel absolutely amazing, darling," or "I love being this close to you, love just holding you." These are simple words, yes, but in that specific, intimate moment, they become profoundly powerful, deeply resonant. When it comes to movement, this position, above all, is about delicate rhythm and masterful control. Do not start pounding like you're in a race or trying to win some imaginary prize. This is decidedly not the position for that kind of frenetic energy. This is about slow, deep, deliberate, and exquisitely sensual movements. Feel her body completely. Match your breathing with hers, finding a shared, harmonious rhythm. When she exhales, gently, subtly, go a little deeper, connecting even more profoundly. When she lets out a soft moan, adjust your angle slightly, precisely, to amplify her pleasure. Pay attention, deep, unwavering attention. That, my friends, is the profound difference between an average, forgettable lover and an utterly unforgettable one. Here's something else most men simply don't know. The right angle in spooning can, quite literally, drive her wild with pleasure. If you stay completely flat, rigidly in one position, you might unknowingly miss that magical sweet spot. So, subtly, shift your body, move her top leg forward just a tiny bit, or gently lift her hip to expertly change the angle, to align your bodies more perfectly. These small, nuanced adjustments can hit spots that other positions simply cannot reach, unlocking new realms of pleasure. And when you find that sweet spot, that precise alignment, stay there. Give her that consistent, rhythmic, unwavering pleasure until she can no longer hold back, until she utterly surrenders to the wave of sensation. Now, let me tell you why this position is also incredibly amazing for building profound connection, not just physical pleasure. Because your entire body is intimately wrapped around hers, you're not just sharing a physical act. You're sharing warmth, breath, energy, and an unspoken understanding. She can literally feel your strong, steady heartbeat against her back. That profound physical closeness, that complete envelopment, does something incredibly powerful to her mind, to her emotional core. It wordlessly tells her, "You're safe. You're mine. And I am completely, utterly here with you, in this moment, forever." That's why so many women remember experiences in this position more vividly, more fondly, than any acrobatic show-off move you could ever pull off. And here's another secret, a golden nugget of wisdom. Spooning is absolutely perfect for afterplay, as well as being a fantastic position for the main act or even foreplay. If you truly want to make her feel cherished, adored, and deeply loved after you're both done, don't move. Stay exactly where you are. Hold her. Let your hand gently rest on her stomach, her hip, her breast. Kiss her shoulder one more time, softly, lingeringly. Breathe with her in that shared, peaceful silence. That lingering silence, that deep closeness, that profound sense of shared intimacy. That is what makes her think about you, deeply and fondly, long after the night is over, long after you've both drifted off to sleep. Now, some of you might be wondering, but what if she wants more intensity during spooning? What if she desires a deeper thrill? That's easily achievable. You can subtly shift your body, pull her leg back a bit, angle your hips differently, or gently grip her thigh to deepen the experience, to add more intensity, all without breaking that profound, intimate connection. The inherent beauty of this position lies in its incredible flexibility, its versatility. You can keep it exquisitely soft and sensual, a slow dance of intimacy, or you can elevate it to a wild, passionate crescendo, all while maintaining that deep, unwavering connection. That's precisely why it's such a consistent favorite among women. It masterfully offers both profound passion and comforting closeness at the very same time. But remember this, and etch it into your mind. Spooning isn't about doing less work. It's fundamentally about doing the right work, with the right intention. It's about artfully creating an experience where she feels wanted, loved, protected, and utterly cherished. Because at the end of the day, every woman, deep in her heart, wants to feel safe enough to completely let go, to surrender to the moment, to the sensation, to you. And when she does, when she trusts you fully, completely, in that sacred moment, her pleasure will multiply exponentially. reverberating through her entire being. So, the next time you find yourself behind her in this beautiful position, do not, under any circumstances, treat it like a mere shortcut, a passive option. Treat it like an art form. Be deliberate. Be profoundly attentive. Use your hands, your mouth, your words, your rhythm, your entire being. Make her feel like she's not just in your arms, but she's utterly, completely in your world. And nothing else, absolutely nothing else, matters. Once you master this position, once you consistently make her feel that unparalleled level of intimacy, you won't just satisfy her, you'll own a precious part of her mind and her heart forever. And that, my friend, that is the real, ultimate win. If you're still with me, it means you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself. For more insights into mastering relationships and life, remember to hit that subscribe button on Stoic Love. Now, let's talk about the last, but certainly not least piece that masterfully ties all of this together. The profound secret most men tragically ignore. The one detail that can either make or utterly break the entire beautiful experience. Let me pose a crucial question to you. What genuinely happens when it's all over? You've done everything right. You've given her an incredible, passionate, deeply connected experience. And now, the room is quiet. A soft, intimate stillness hangs in the air. What do you do in that profound silence, in that delicate aftermath? Do you simply roll over, immediately grab your phone to check notifications, or worse, turn your back and drift off to sleep without a second thought? Because if you do, my friend, you have just, in one thoughtless motion, tragically erased half of the incredible magic, the profound intimacy you just painstakingly created. And that, right there, is precisely where most men consistently fail. Not in the beginning, not in the exhilarating middle, but tragically, at the very end. You see, truly great sex isn't merely about how many moves you intricately know, or how many positions you can skillfully execute. It's not just about raw technique or physical prowess. It is, at its core, about how you make her feel, before, during, and crucially, after the act itself. And that last part, the after, is where the deepest, most unbreakable bond is profoundly sealed. This is what we wisely call aftercare, and it is, without a doubt, the most underestimated, yet most incredibly powerful piece of the entire intimate experience. Because for a woman, true intimacy, the deep, soulful kind, does not simply stop when the physical part of the act is done. Far from it. Her body might physically relax, her breathing might gently slow, but her mind is still actively processing everything that just beautifully happened, replaying moments, savoring feelings, and in that incredibly delicate, vulnerable moment, how you treat her, how you interact with her, how you honor her. That precisely determines how she will ultimately remember you, how she will remember the experience you just shared. I want you to deeply understand this fundamental truth. When a woman gives herself to you, completely and unreservedly, she's not just giving her beautiful body. She is, more importantly, giving you her profound trust, her most vulnerable self. And trust, my friend, is an incredibly fragile, delicate thing. It needs to be handled with the utmost care, with reverence, with tenderness. If you treat her like she was just a momentary distraction, a fleeting release, that precious trust begins to crack, to break, slowly but surely. But if you make her feel like she is still wanted, still cherished, still deeply adored, even when the physical act is completely over, that trust deepens. It fortifies, becoming an unshakable bond. That, my friend, is precisely what makes her crave you, deeply and passionately, again and again. Not primarily because of what you did to her body, but because of how profoundly you made her feel in her heart and soul. So, what does genuine aftercare look like in practice? It's often elegantly simple, yet incredibly impactful. Start with presence. Absolute, unwavering presence. Stay there. Do not rush out of the bed like you suddenly have something more important to do, a pressing engagement elsewhere. Pull her close, gently, tenderly. Let her feel your strong, comforting arms wrapped around her. Hold her like she matters, like she is the most precious thing in your world, because she truly does. That sustained physical closeness, that tender embrace, wordlessly tells her, this wasn't just about sex. This was, profoundly, about us. And let me tell you, that unspoken message is far, far more powerful, more memorable than anything physical you did just a few minutes ago. Next, powerfully use your words. Men consistently underestimate how much genuine words of affection and appreciation truly matter after intimacy. You don't need a grand Shakespearean speech, just a few real, honest, heartfelt words. Tell her, softly, that felt absolutely amazing with you. Or, I love being this close to you. Love just holding you. It sounds small, almost insignificant, but those sincere words plant something deep, something profound in her heart. They tell her this wasn't just a physical act. It was deeply emotional, profoundly connected too. Now, let's talk about the other, equally vital side of communication: listening. Sometimes, after intimacy, in that quiet, vulnerable space, she might suddenly want to talk. Maybe not directly about what just happened, but about something random, something from her day, a fleeting thought. Do not dismiss it. Do not act like it's a chore, an interruption, or an inconvenience. Those little, seemingly mundane conversations in the quiet moments, they don't detract from the intimacy. They build connection, layer upon layer. They make her feel like you're not just present for her body, but you're profoundly present for her soul, her thoughts, her entire being. Here's something else most men never, ever think about. Check in with her. Genuinely. Ask, softly, did you like that, darling? What truly felt good for you? Or, what would you love to try next time? What excites you? That, my friend, is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound sign of strength. That is a man confident enough in himself, secure enough in his masculinity, to genuinely care about her pleasure, not just his own fleeting satisfaction. When you ask those questions, openly and sincerely, you are telling her, with every fiber of your being, your experience, your pleasure, your satisfaction matters immensely to my experience. Your pleasure, your satisfaction matters immensely to me. And that, right there, is what elevates an average man from an unforgettable one. Now let me tell you why this step, this often ignored aftercare, is so absolutely critical. Because no matter how incredible, how mind-blowing the physical act itself was, if you make her feel used or ignored or dismissed afterward, she will never, ever see you the same way. The beautiful memory will be tainted, overshadowed by the feeling of being unvalued. Women remember the feeling more than the specific act. They remember whether they felt safe, genuinely wanted, truly cherished, and profoundly respected. And aftercare is your golden, invaluable chance to leave her with precisely that feeling. A feeling of being treasured, not just pleasured. Think about this honestly. What do most men instinctively do after sex? They grab their phone, their eyes immediately glued to the screen, scrolling through social media or emails. They mentally check out, their attention elsewhere. Or worse, they make it overtly obvious that they just wanted the physical release, and now that it's done, they're done with her too, at least emotionally. Do you know what that heartbreakingly tells a woman, deep in her core? It tells her she was merely a convenience, a temporary vessel for your pleasure, not a priority, not an equal partner in intimacy. And the truly sad part is, most men aren't doing it on purpose with malicious intent. They simply don't know any better. They haven't been taught this crucial wisdom, but you do now. You are now equipped with this powerful knowledge. So do not, under any circumstances, make that same tragic mistake. Don't let the beautiful, delicate moment die when the physical movement stops. Keep it alive, keep it vibrant, with lingering touch, with genuine words, with unwavering presence. Play with her hair, softly, tenderly, letting your fingers trace the strands. Kiss her forehead gently, a gesture of deep affection and protection. Trace the delicate curve of her skin slowly, as if you're memorizing every inch of her, every sensation. These seemingly little things matter infinitely more than you think, precisely because they are so rare, so often overlooked. Most men rush. Most men become selfish, self-absorbed after the act is done. When you don't, when you deliberately choose to linger, to cherish, to remain present, you become unforgettable. You etch yourself into her memory, into her heart, in a way no purely physical act ever could. And let's be real here. Aftercare isn't just a selfless act for her. It benefits you immensely, profoundly as well. Because when a woman feels utterly safe, truly seen, and deeply valued after sex, her emotional attachment to you deepens, strengthens, becomes almost unbreakable. Her desire for you, her passionate longing, grows exponentially. She becomes more open, more passionate, more adventurous the next time you're together, because she implicitly knows she's with a man who cares about far more than just his own immediate physical needs. That kind of profound trust, that deep connection, you simply cannot fake it. You earn it, painstakingly, in these small, quiet, profoundly intimate moments of aftercare. So the next time you're lying there together, and the room falls quiet, and the passionate energy gently settles, do not, I repeat, do not reach for your phone. Reach for her. Hold her like she belongs there, intrinsically, eternally, in your arms. Look her deeply in the eyes, truly see her, and smile a genuine, contented smile. Tell her something real, something from your heart, something that resonates with the deep connection you've just shared. And if you want to go that extra unforgettable mile, gently, softly, run your fingers down her back or caress her arm while you hold her close. That small, tender act, that sustained, loving touch, will have her thinking about you, dreaming of you, long after you've both finally fallen asleep. Because here's the ultimate truth, the summation of all this wisdom. Positions matter. Technique matters. Physical prowess matters to a degree. But none of it, absolutely none of it, truly lasts, truly creates a lasting impact. If you can't make her feel utterly safe, cherished, and connected when it's all over. When you can consistently do that, when you master the art of both physical and emotional connection, you become more than just a good lover. You become the man she never wants to let go of, the man she constantly yearns for. And that, my friend, that right there, is the profound difference between a fleeting moment she quickly forgets and a cherished, unforgettable memory she keeps in her heart forever. Before you go, make sure to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Your support helps Stoic Love reach more men who want to improve their relationships. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another empowering message.